A former town employee in West New York has filed a 4-page termination appeal letter since he believes the proper guidelines were not followed, nor was an official reason even given for his firing. Carlos Perez, a fire prevention specialist, filed the appeal on October 15th and is alleging his termination is a form of political retaliation since he was hired under former Mayor Sal Vega. Additionally, Perez signed Commissioner Count Wiley's recall of Mayor Felix Roque. Perez also alleges that he and a co-worker, Luis Melendez, were wrongfully terminated in June 2011, but the terminations were ultimately abandoned and the two workers were reinstated in September 2011. Perez argues that there are three main issues with his current termination. He wasn't given 45 days notice, political retaliation, and no good faith reason for the layoff. The letter was forwarded to the State Attorney General, the State Division of Fire Safety, and various town officials. A source with knowledge of the situation told HCTV that Melendez, who was again terminated along with Perez, has also filed an appeal. However, a copy of his appeal was not immediately available. Town spokesman Paulo Fonseca said he could not comment on a personnel issue that is in litigation at this time. Commissioner Count Wiley did comment briefly on the matter in a one-on-one interview with Hudson County TV.
And what I remember with this gentleman Perez is that he did a great job. I mean, he was doing his job. What else could you ask for from the employees inside the town? Many of them, again, have been switched. They've been harassed, moved out of departments they've been working in for 15, 16 years. I mean, who's going to have the qualification and experience to run a department if they've been there so long? And again, if you remember in the past, that froze up the town. We were out a financial administrator. We didn't even have a town administrator for about a month or two. This is because of the greed and the control that this mayor here, Dr. Roque, wants to have in the town. He runs it like a dictator, intimidates people. Now remember, besides Mr. Perez, there's also like 9 other lawsuits against the town for, again, illegal firings, harassing people, no reasons. And one of the big issues of Mr. Perez's complaint is that he wasn't given a 45-day notice. I mean, you go into work one day and someone just gives you a letter. At this present time, you're stopping to cease, I believe was the words they used. You're terminated and you're relieved from your duties. I mean, the gentleman Perez is an attorney, number one, has an attorney background. He's a fantastic fireman. He's always been a fantastic employee. Never once was there a complaint written against him or any for improper conduct or something that he didn't do properly or do his job properly. He's always been a fantastic employee. But again, when does this thing happen again now? Roque gets off a trial and here we are again, continuing to do the same things, going back right into the same mold he was before. And the jury has no idea what they let go here in town to come back to this town. But with this gentleman Perez, who was wrongfully terminated, I believe he has another lawsuit possibly coming to the town. These lawsuits are going to cost the town probably $1 million or better. Going back to O'Malley, Kim Janu, and all these other names that I can remember on the top of my head. But this is something that has to stop here in West New York. And if someone wants to sign the recall, they have all that's their democratic right to do so. They shouldn't be patronized or fired for doing it.
Perez did not return calls seeking comment on his appeal. I'm John Heides with Hudson County TV. For more information, log on to HudsonCountyTV.com.